This was the send-off at MSP, Minnesota's International Airport, yesterday. The ground crew doing the skull chant. They're getting the skull chant here as well for the fans who've made the trip to San Francisco Bay Area. Now it's Kirk Cousins' turn. For as long as he's been a starter, his critics have pointed to the inability to win the big game. Minnesota felt differently. They signed him to that 3-year, $84 million deal, and he's won the big game. This week, Tony went to chat with the Vikings quarterback, fresh off overcoming the crowd in the dome.
First of all, how's your voice after about 60 plays and that crazy noise?
Well, my voice was cracking a lot during the game. Yeah, on the TV, people don't quite understand how loud it really was.
I want to go back to overtime. A big situation, you cross the 50 and coach calls a shot play. That's really why you came here, right?
Amen.
1st and 10 from the Saints 45. Play action for Kirk from under center, straight drop.
Coming out of the fake, just try to take a snapshot of where Adam is, where the DBs are, and based on that, picture, it was time to launch.
Kirk trying to win it to Thielen, caught at the 5. What a beautiful throw.
But now you get to 3rd down, a touchdown's going to win it.
Here we go. 1 receiver left, 3 right. Cousins shotgun, Dalvin Cook to his left.
We knew the possibility of them bringing an all-out blitz, and they brought it.
Kirk takes the snap, looks right.
I knew the ball had to go up to Kyle, and the key with Rudy's size is just put the ball up. Make sure you can go up and get it.
Fade left, end zone, and touchdown!
How quiet was it when Kyle caught that ball?
Yeah, the noise was crazy, and then it threw us off because you knew silence meant we did something right, but it still didn't feel right to be celebrating in a quiet stadium that had been loud for the last 3 hours.
I went through it in my career when I had Peyton Manning, and he didn't win his first playoff game until year 5. It does wear on you, but how did you handle that?
Certainly it's nice when you can climb that mountain earlier in your career than later, but for some of us it took a little longer, and I think to get that first playoff win was another achievement, a great feeling to say, okay, we did that, but there's now more mountains to climb. And it's about getting multiple playoff wins and ultimately about winning a Super Bowl, which you and Peyton do have, and I'm still trying to chase, so that's what it's all about. It's going to be an exciting adventure.
And the Minnesota Vikings have shocked the New Orleans Saints. I got 3 words for you. You like that?
Now, you always give the image of the under-control guy. You think it's good for people to know that you've kind of got that kind of edge at times?
Oh yeah. I think sometimes you can be misrepresented because, you want to play the position of quarterback as a CEO and just as a stone-cold killer. And you don't want to ride this emotional roller coaster. I think if I do that, I can start to make poor decisions with the football. But really who I am is an emotional guy, an intense guy.
You like that? You like that?
And usually after a big win, the intensity and the passion is what's going to come out.
Yeah, you like that?
Well, if you win this week, are we going to hear it? You like that, or we got something else for them?
I'd like to keep it organic. When the moment arrives, we'll see. But there's a pretty good chance it'll be those 3 words.
I love it.
Thanks, Coach.
I got 3 words for you. You like that?
I love that scene last week in New Orleans, and we didn't think, guys, we were going to see that in October. Remember all the angst with Thielen and not getting the ball to Diggs? It's a different offense the way it's matured as the season's gone on, Tony.
It really is, and Kirk told me they all had to get used to it, especially the receivers, because it wasn't now going to be 40 passes and throwing the ball over the field. This offense revolves around Dalvin Cook. Gary Kubiak has put in a run offense that relies on the stretch running game. And this is what they do. They block it up. Everybody has an area. Dalvin gets to sit back and read it and then make one cut. Where is that opening? Find the cut, get there, and get downhill. And then when they do that, other things come off it. But this offense, Chris, revolves around Dalvin Cook now.
It definitely does. It's a Dalvin Cook first, and then let's go to the next-gen stats powered by AWS. It's the bootleg game off of it, right, guys? We see so much. Kirk Cousins, fake to the right, roll out to the left. Most coordinators, head coaches don't like their right-handed quarterback to roll to the left and throw that way. But Cousins is amazing at it. He has a maximum quarterback rating when it comes to that. And I think that'll be a big point of emphasis today again in the game. We know it's one of their staples.
But guys, it puts so much pressure on San Francisco middle linebacker Fred Warner because he has the difficult job of trying to sort out all those play actions, all those bootlegs, and then he has to tackle Dalvin Cook in open field.
Yeah, right.